Hi guys, it's Kyarko here, back with another speed build. Today we are building a vampire castle. I do want to let you guys know this is actually just an exterior build. There won't be an interior for this. I really wanted to do an interior and I actually started doing one, but basically what happened is my computer started crashing. I had a lot of glitches and issues, and a lot of my footage got corrupted. So all I have right now is the exterior of this castle, but it is pretty cool looking and I hope you guys do enjoy it. But just like on that note, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my Sims game right now because, like I said, just getting a lot of crashes and glitches, and I need to figure that out. So depending on how that goes today, we'll have to see what tomorrow's video is going to be, just because like I literally cannot build right now without my game crashing. So let me know if you guys have any tips on how to deal with this. But anyways, quick shout out to Robin Abbott. I know that you've been requesting a castle a lot and for a very, very long time, so this one is for you. Like I said, this is originally, the concept was a vampire castle. I really like the idea that a vampire was living here, just kind of like solo, alone in the winter wilderness somewhere, and I like the idea that it's kind of like a little bit Dracula inspired, like the Bram Stoker, you know, the one with Keanu Reeves, that old Dracula movie. It's a little bit inspired by that. In the sense that I really like the idea of the vampire living, you know, somewhere in this like haunted, you know, creepy old castle on a hill, and all like the local people in like the village nearby like know that he's a vampire, but they like try to warn like local like tourists and stuff to not go up to the castle, but they always do, and they always get eaten, or maybe like turned into a vampire. I don't know. I also kind of like the idea that maybe like a female vampire lives here and she's like a seductress and she like, you know, like seduces all these like young men to come up to her castle and like spend the weekend with her, but really she just like kills them and drinks their blood. I don't know. What do you guys think? Just let me know if you have any, you know, headcanons or ideas about, you know, what kind of vampire lives here, what their vibe is, what their, you know, goals are. I don't know. We'll see what you guys come up with. So there's a reason I've been kind of like avoiding doing a castle for so long. It's just very freaking hard, you guys. Like, castles, first of all, are like super massive, right? So they're always going to be large builds. And the second part is there's so many different types of castles, and there's so many different versions of castles and cultural implications of castles, and like there's so much like research that has to go into like building a castle, that it's just like really overwhelming sometimes. I will say for this like particular castle I'm building now, I like wasn't trying to like specifically emulate a certain style or anything like that. So this isn't like supposed to be like one particular location. It's just kind of like made up Kyarko castle. So that's what we're going for here. But that being said, like I was trying to draw upon like my personal like memories of castles from films and TV, and you know, like I was trying to emulate like some traditional aspects of a castle, like, you know, like the towers and the what do they call, like the pointy parts on the roof, you know what I'm talking about. I was trying to make it seem familiar as a castle, but like not like specifically from anywhere. But I don't know, like we're like in the winter wilderness somewhere, and this is inspired by the original Dracula, so maybe this is like, it's like somewhere European, I guess, and then maybe like Transylvania. I don't know. Let me know where you, okay, you know, I know one of you is definitely going to give me a lesson on castle facts. You know who you are. Give me the lesson. I'm excited to read it. I want to know what there is to know about castles and what there is to know about like what specific, you know, castle this is, because I know this is probably referencing like one type of castle, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm building myself, but let me know if any of you guys know. But so we're going to have basically these twin towers on either side. We're gonna have this tower on the left, and we're gonna have a tower on the right, I think. Do I end up putting that in? Yeah, I do. So we're gonna have like these two parallel towers, which I think they're called towers. Maybe they're called something else, but I'm just gonna call them towers. And then we're just gonna have like these really cool like roof window insets. You know, honestly, like I feel like a castle in real life would probably be even bigger than this, and I actually did want to add another floor to this castle, but like it was already like whatever the max is, like 4 or 7 or whatever it is. So I couldn't actually build another floor, but ideally I would have been able to make this castle like even taller, but I sacrificed that in favor of having a super tall like rocky mountain here. I really wish that they gave us in the game like a world that had a lot that's like on a mountain or on a hill, you know, because whenever I want to do something like that, you know, some sort of build that's on a hill or a mountain, I have to like build it myself, and it can get a little tedious and it doesn't always look very natural. So I wish they had a lot that was like actually like on a mountain, because this one is like technically on a mountain, but it's like not like raised above the rest of, you know, the area, you know what I'm talking about? So I had to build this little mountain area manually, but I think it looks, you know, relatively good, I think. But let me know what you guys think. Anyway, so we have this like staircase on the right that leads up to this little, like, I guess it'd be like a guard tower. So maybe like this vampire has like some sort of like human guard who's like in service to them, and they like stay in the guard tower, just like protect the castle from like unwanted visitors and stuff. I don't know why a human would work for a vampire. Maybe they're like promised, you know, eternal life at some point, or maybe they're just like indebted to the vampire family. I don't know. There's definitely gonna be like some interesting backstory between, you know, the guards person and the vampire who lives here. But I'm actually really happy on how this castle turned out. I was very nervous doing this build just because, like I said, castles are difficult, and I haven't actually really actually built one yet. Like, I've tried making castles and I've done like castle-like things, but I've never like full-on committed myself to a castle. So I was nervous, but I do feel like this turns out looking pretty good. It looks pretty castle-ish, castle-y. But we're gonna go in and put in, let's see, what are we doing? Windows now? Or, I don't know, okay. We're just gonna put in these like white block things. I don't know, I just thought it was like a nice little detail, like a little trim around the bottom of the castle. We're gonna switch up the windows, just trying to like find like a vibe here, because like I said, I'm not trying to like reference any specific castle type, so I was just trying to find like a specific aesthetic to just kind of like run with. Let's see, so I'm just gonna choose my windows now. I don't honestly think that this castle is like functional at all. I mean, that staircase on the right certainly is not functional. Those are just like decor stairs. But, you know, like, I probably could have made this functional if I, like, had planned on making it functional. I just honestly was focusing more on the aesthetics of the build. Maybe in the future I'll make a functional castle so you guys can, you know, download it and play with it and stuff. Speaking of which, I am considering making a lot of my downloads up for availability. I know a lot of my downloads are on, or sorry, a lot of my builds are on the gallery, but it's kind of difficult for me to make my builds accessible for you guys because I use so much custom content, and that can just be like very difficult for people because like I use a ridiculous amount of custom content, and I know not everyone has like a, you know, a strong gaming computer, so it can cause problems. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make my builds a lot more accessible for you guys, and you know, it's just, I'm thinking about it a lot right now, so let me know if you guys have any ideas or if you guys have any, you know, pitches for me. I'm considering starting a Patreon to make my builds available, which if that's something you guys are interested in, please let me know. But other than that, I'm not really sure how to make this happen. But I really want you guys to be able to download these builds and to play with them and to like, you know, show me what you do with them because I feel like that'd be so cool. So again, let me know if you guys have any ideas. But if not, don't worry about it. It's just something I'm figuring out, thinking about myself. Anyways, we're almost done with this castle. It is Halloween week, which I've mentioned probably a million times in my last video and just like upcoming to this day, but I'm very, very excited for Halloween, if you guys haven't guessed by now. I mean, this whole month has been dedicated to Halloween, so you probably have guessed by now, but I'm excited for it. But it's weird because it'll come and then it'll pass, and it's the passage of time is a strange thing, and then I'll have like a year to wait for another Halloween. But next Halloween will be even better, I think, than this Halloween. I think they'll just keep getting better and better as more and more spooky stuff, more scary movies come out. Anyways, that is the build. Here's some screenshots of the castle. Unfortunately, like I said, there won't be an interior because my game is being stupid, but it is okay. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.